I'm just your average, snack-loving, adventure-chasing golden dog. And guess what? My best friend Dad and I go on the coolest adventures. We've got a big black Jeep named Birdie, a whole world to explore, and, of course, plenty of snacks. Every week is a brand new tail-wagging adventure. You never know what we'll find. Hidden carrots, new friends, maybe even buried treasure. So grab your hat, pack your snacks, and come with us.
Harley and Dad's epic Canadian tour, Nunavut. The plane's engines hummed steadily as Harley pressed his nose against the oval window. All he could see was white. White ice, white sea, white sky. His tail thumped against the seat. "Dad, the whole world looks like my blanket after laundry day," he barked. Dad chuckled. "That's the Arctic, buddy. We're about to land in Gjoa Haven, Nunavut, a community filled with history, stories, and some of the bravest dogs on earth." Harley's ears perked. "Dogs?" His eyes grew wide. "Do they have snacks too?" The plane's wheels crunched onto the gravel runway. Harley bounded down the steps, nose first into the snow. "Cold," he squeaked, rolling happily. Then his ears perked up. On a hill nearby stood a tall stone figure, arms stretched wide, almost like it was waving. "Dad! Dad!" Harley barked, eyes big. "That rock guy is following us. What is that? A stone snack guard?" Dad chuckled. "That's an Inukshuk, Harley. Inuit people have built them for thousands of years. They mark safe paths, good hunting places, or even just say, 'We were here, you are not alone.'" Harley tilted his head. "So it's like a giant stone buddy?" "Exactly," Dad said, smiling. "They're a message in the land itself, helping travelers find their way." Harley wagged his tail so hard he flopped in the snow again. "Dad, that means this Inukshuk is saying, 'Welcome, Harley, snacks this way.'" Dad laughed. "Something like that, buddy." Dad and Harley were welcomed into the village and escorted to the community hall. There they were treated to a group of throat singers. Harley was mesmerized and tried to join in. "Woo! Woof!" he howled. The children burst into giggles. One girl, about Harley's size, knelt to scratch behind his ears. "I'm a pootie," she said. "That means snow. You're funny. Do you know how to run on snow yet?" Harley's tail wagged. "Teach me. Please teach me everything." A pootie became Harley's guide, leading him into a world of Arctic wonder. A pootie showed Harley how to slide down a hill on his belly. Harley whooped with joy until he crashed into a snowbank and popped out with snow stuck to his nose. "Again," he demanded. Together with Dad, they built a small quinzhee, a snow shelter. Harley dug with his paws, then curled inside proudly. "This is my snack fort," he declared. A pootie giggled. "Quinzhee means little home," she said. Harley nodded and smiled brightly. "Home is anywhere my snacks are." A pootie pointed out an Arctic hare bounding in the distance and a snowy owl gliding overhead. "The animals know how to survive the cold," she explained. Harley's eyes widened. They must have snack stashes too. The next day, a pootie introduced Harley to a team of sled dogs. Their thick fur glistened with frost, their eyes sharp and proud. Dad climbed into a wooden Qimmiq sled, and Harley puffed out his chest. "Don't worry, I'll pull too." The dogs barked encouragement, but after 2 steps, Harley collapsed dramatically in the snow. Okay, I'll be the team cheerleader instead." The sled dog surged forward, carrying Dad and Harley across the frozen land. Harley's ears flapped in the wind as he whooped with joy. At a small store, Harley spotted a soft plush toy, a Canadian Inuit dog with thick white fur, blue stitched eyes, and a tiny embroidered harness. "Dad," Harley gasped, "it's a Qimmiq." Apudi nodded. Qimmiq means dog in Inukshuk. They're strong and brave. Our grandparents depended on them. Harley hugged the stuffy tightly. Then he's not just guarding snacks. He's a hero, Stuffy. Dad smiled, paying the shopkeeper. "Welcome to the family, Qimmiq." That evening, Dad, Harley, and Apudi sat together on the snow. The sky above rippled with the aurora, green, purple, and gold, twisting like ribbons in the wind. Apudi's eyes shone as she began to tell stories passed down through her family. "When the lights dance," she said, pointing up, "they are spirits playing a game of ball. If you whistle, they might come closer." Harley tried his best to whistle and toppled into the snow. "They're totally playing fetch with me, Dad." As the northern lights shimmered, Apudi leaned closer to Harley. "Long ago," she said, "the world was dark. Raven saw people and animals stumbling without light. He wanted to help, so he flew far, far away to where the sun was kept hidden. Using his clever mind, he found a way to bring it back. He carried the light in his beak and set it free into the sky, and that's how we got the sun." Harley's eyes went wide. Wait! You're telling me a bird brought the sun?" Apudi nodded seriously. "Raven can be tricky, but he is also wise. He gave us light, and with light came warmth, life, and hope." Harley tilted his head. "So he didn't just grab a shiny snack. He brought the biggest snack of all, sunshine." He flopped in the snow, paws in the air. "Thanks, Raven. Best delivery ever." Dad smiled at Apudi. "That's a powerful story. Thank you for sharing it with us." The aurora rippled brighter, as if the sky itself leaned in to listen. Apudi's voice grew hushed. "Long ago, and even now, there are beings called Qallupilluit. They live under the sea ice, where the water is dark and cold. They are not quite human, not quite animal. Their skin is green as seaweed, their hair long and wet like kelp, and their fingers sharp as claws. They wear an amauti, a parka with a pouch on the back. And when children wander too close to cracks in the ice, the Qallupilluit rise up with a humming sound and pull the children into their pouch. That's why our parents tell us, stay away from the dangerous ice. Stay close to your family. This story keeps us safe." Harley was wide-eyed, leaning into Dad so hard he toppled into the snow. "Dad, just to be clear, I'm staying very, very, very far away from cracks in the ice. No thank you. My paws like solid ground." Apudi giggled. "That's the point, Harley. The Qallupilluit keep us safe by reminding us to be careful." Harley licked her cheek. "And I'll never forget. I'll stick to joining the sky spirits in their fetch game." Dad tipped his hat respectfully. "Thank you, Apudi. You've given Harley the best gift of all, understanding." The next morning, as the plane lifted into the bright Arctic sky, Harley pressed his nose to the window and waved an enthusiastic goodbye to Apudi. His tail wagged, thumping against Dad's arm. "Where to next, Dad?" he said, settling into his seat. Dad grinned. "The Northwest Territories, Harley. There's a place called Tuktoyaktuk waiting for us." Harley's eyes sparkled. Tuck toy tuck? That sounds like a snack. This is the best trip ever. The plane hummed into the horizon, the northern lights fading behind them.
What a great day that turned out to be! Best day ever. I can't wait until next week when we go on another adventure. Make sure you click subscribe so you can join me and like my video too, please, because I sure like you. See you next week, friends.